Now, I can evaluate the situation. Now, God don't want me to be crazy now. You know, if you're playing on me, you know, I can evaluate the situation. You understand? Where you won't dupe me anymore. You see what I'm saying? I can do that, but now I'm not going to just sit around and talk about you. I'm going to pray where? In my most holy faith, praying in the Holy Spirit that I'll be able to walk in love. How many know it takes faith to walk in love? Part of love, one of the passages of scriptures in love, said love does not talk about the faults and failures of others. Love is forever ready to believe the best of others. Oh, man, that's hard. See, but you can when, if my faith is stimulated. If I've been praying in the Spirit over a period of time, my faith is stimulated. And I can what? I can walk in the love of God that's on the inside of me. Because I don't really believe that you all really know that God lives on the inside of you. So now y'all be pray in the Spirit, okay? It's so very important to pray. Just do what the Bible said do. Don't try to dissect it or just believe it. Just believe the Bible and do what? Practice the Bible. That's all you got to do. Believe it and practice it. That's all. If God says my faith will be stimulated if I'm praying in the Holy Spirit, that's what I'm going to believe and that's what I'm going to do. At least try it out. God said, prove me. God wants you to try him out. See, we tried everything else, but we don't try out what God says. Just try it. He wants to prove something to you. God doesn't want you to leave you out there in the dark. Okay. Let's look at 1 Corinthians 14:4. And praying in the Spirit gives you boldness in your faith. 1 Corinthians 14:4. Said 1 Corinthians what? 14:4. You build yourself up on your most holy faith and become a channel for the supernatural things to happen in your life. Okay? How many want supernatural things to happen to your life? In this day and time, we need the supernatural. Isn't that right? 1 Corinthians 14:4. I want you all to read it with me. Ready to read. Now, he that speaketh in the unknown what? Tongue edifies himself. And this edify here means to build up. Build yourself up. And we just said building yourself on your most holy faith, praying in the Holy what? Spirit. So now praying in the Spirit or praying in the prayer language that I received after I received the Holy Spirit, I can be edified. I don't have to take nothing to edify me and build myself up. Now praying in the Spirit and edification is just like a battery. I mean, you're familiar with an alternator on your car. Okay, now that alternator keeps that battery what? Keep it what? Charged, right? Now, if that alternator goes dead, what's going to happen? The battery is automatically what? Dead. But the only purpose that alternator serves is to continue to what? Recharge that battery, right? So likewise, if you want to stay recharged, well, you won't be nervous and won't be afraid, you have to pray in the Spirit. You have to pray with the prayer language that God gave you when you receive the Holy Spirit. And then what the Bible say, he who prays in an unknown tongue, what? lifteth himself up. And you don't have to be looking for somebody to lift you up.
That's right.
Because they've been 9 times out of 10, the person that you looking for to lift you up, they down too. Child, you know, I got a headache this morning. Oh, man, and worse than that, man, talking about a headache, man, my ankles and knees and everything hurt. So they can't help you, can you? But if I pray in an unknown tongue or pray with the prayer language that God has given me, I can build myself up. I can just walk the floor and begin to pray in the spirit, pray with my spirit, or pray with different foreign languages. And then what's going to happen? I'm going to begin to what? Be built up. See, do y'all understand that? All right. Now, it is the order of God for every believer to live the spirit-filled life. And most believers don't live the spirit-filled life. They live a soulish life and a fleshly life. Don't know nothing about a spirit-filled life. All right? Now, the definition of the spirit-filled life is a life lived with sensitivity and constant yielding to the directions and promptings and instructions of the Holy Spirit. It's living, I'm going to repeat it, it's living life empowered by the energy of the Holy Spirit. I'm going to give it to you again. The spirit-filled life is a life lived with a sensitivity and constant yielding to the directions, promptings, and instructions of the Holy Spirit. See, instructions of the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit, the language of the Holy Spirit is visions and dreams, promptings, and God speaking to you in your spirit. It's living life empowered by the energy of the Holy Spirit. The spirit-filled life is a life lived with a sensitivity and constant yielding to the directions, promptings, instructions of the Holy Spirit. It's living life empowered by the energy of the Holy Spirit. Now, you have to learn how to be sensitive to the Holy Spirit. And if you're sensitive to the Holy Spirit, you're going to have to learn how to be quiet and stay focused. If your mind flip-flopping and, you thinking on this and that, you're not going to be sensitive to the Holy Spirit. I was at my mother-in-law and father-in-law's house last night, my wife and myself. And I said, is anybody in here bother with their toe? And my wife, she held up her hand, and my mother-in-law. And I said, well, God, you healed. Your toe is healed. And my wife says something. I said, well, I'm just practicing. See, I practice. Wherever I go, I practice the sensitivity of the Holy Spirit. See, they was all talking and the news was on and all of that, but I was praying in the Spirit, praying under my breath. I didn't let them know. And, I was tuning them out. And then I said, Lord, give me something for them in here. These people, my relatives here, give me something. They might be hurting or something. Then I saw a big toe. Never would have picked that up if I hadn't been sensitive to the Holy Spirit and put myself or put my mind in a state of praying in the Spirit and getting sensitive and listening to the Holy Spirit. See, you're going to have to, ma'am. That ain't heard since. And that was last night. So you can help people. So God gives you the gifts of the Spirit where you can help people. You get what? See, people need help. See, don't need all this talk and all this noise. So you can talk about a situation, but the problem's still there. See? And then when you're praying, I've been teaching this a long time. When you're praying, listen to God. Don't just talk. God is a God that talk back to you. Listen to him when you pray. If I'm going to pray and ask God for something, and we praying for any type of situations, that I'm going to take time and listen to God speak the answer back to me. Because God doesn't want to just you praying to him and not give you an answer. Call on me and I will answer you. Right? But people don't pay enough for, they're not focused enough to spend time to listen. Now, if you're not going to listen to a human, and you know everything, if you're not going to listen to somebody's conversation, when they're talking to you, you sure ain't going to listen to God. Now, practice, this is how I want y'all to practice. Practice listen to people first. Okay? Cultivate that. Cultivate listening and hearing a person out when they come to you. Don't break in and you got to answer and this and that. Don't do that. Okay? Stay focused. Be where you are. Stay focused right on what they say and look them right in the eyes. Okay? Because how you know you read it, how you know what they're saying, and then you just blab out an answer. You don't even know what they're saying. See, but a lot of times we already have what preconceived what ideas of what that person really is talking about, but you don't. If you listen to your child or listen to your children, hear them out. Well, Mama, I got in trouble. I'm going to tell you about it. But you don't know how they got in trouble. Maybe somebody enticed them, or maybe they did pass the first lick. Or maybe they did start to woof it. See, but at least do what? Listen. See, now, get that down pat first.
I command my soul to bless the Lord. I command my soul